At the beginning of the 19th century, the American West was still an unspoilt land which was only inhabited by Native Americans. This situation changed after 1803 when Louisiana was purchased from the French government. A group of men, commanded by Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, were sent to explore the area and open up a route which would allow the land to be settled. As the settlers occupied their land, so the stories increased of a strange place where bison covered the prairies and boiling water sprang from the rocks. In 1870, the government sent a military expedition to find this place. The tales they told on their return were so extraordinary that a new expedition had to be sent to ensure that what they said was really true. The first expedition had not exaggerated in the least. They discovered the fabled region and the lands of the Sheepeater and Shoshone Indians right in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. The river that crossed it from north to south was in itself a wonder of nature. In its upper part, it formed the largest lake in the United States. Beneath this lake, and after passing over an amazing waterfall, the waters flowed along the inside of a 32-kilometer-long canyon. Yellowish rocks flanking the river gave the region its name, Yellowstone. Coniferous forests covered 88% of the valleys, and the mountain peaks climbed to over 3,000 meters. The region was a real natural paradise. The Rockies form the main mountain range of North America. This continent is moving towards the west, and the pressure on the Pacific makes the Earth's crust fold, so creating these awesome landscapes. The formation process is not over yet. The northern part of Lake Yellowstone is rising at a rate of 24 millimeters a year. In 1959, an earthquake changed the course of the River Madison and created Lake Quake. This geological activity is what created the most fascinating of Yellowstone's landscapes. Something so incredible that John Coulter, the first white man to see it in 1807, or Jim Bridger in 1850, were branded as lunatics when they told their tales. A valley where mud bubbled, stones gave off smoke, and jets of boiling water spouted from the ground. Nobody in their right mind could believe such far-fetched stories. On seeing these landscapes, it's easy to comprehend why nobody believed these stories, and that the Indians that inhabited these lands saw them as the place where evil spirits dwelt. In the park, the Earth's crust is only 5 kilometers thick as opposed to an average of 50 kilometers in North America as a whole. This layer is so thin that the heat from the magma below it reaches the underground waters. The temperature rises in some cases to over 100 degrees centigrade, and when they find a way out, they appear on the surface as fumaroles and geysers. Yellowstone has the largest and most varied range of geysers in the world. Life is also possible on these waters. The surprising colors of these waterfalls are not due to the nature of the rock. In fact, they are caused by tiny algae and bacteria. Each species can withstand different temperatures, so they do not live in the same pools. The most resistant are in the upper part. As the water goes down and gets cooler, the weaker ones can find shelter. Conditions in the rest of the park are much more favorable for life, and this goes on in great profusion.